guys, welcome to Didedi's Crafty Corner. Today we're going to put together a little card that I am featuring as a design team member over at the Not2Shabby shop. So this little cutesy dinosaur was my free with 60 from the Not2Shabby shop. It is Rawr, I think, right? Yeah, Rawr. And it was just one of their little stamp sets with the little dinosaur. I did a little mirroring stamping, so I stamped him out, then I stamped him on a rubber block, which I started doing this, guys, and then didn't even think about filming it, you know? You know how that happens sometimes? Maybe you do. I don't know. Oh. Let's see if I can get this rubber block off of here. Ooh, baby. Okay, let's see if you can still see it. So all I did is I stamped him down. I have him on a block. I stamped him onto another clear block, and then I pressed him down on her, because this is a girl, I pressed her down onto the cardstock, and then in the areas where maybe it didn't show up, I just colored that in with a pen. So now I've got two facing in the right direction. That's called mirror stamping. Now when I started doing this, I did not film it. The camera, I had the camera set up, but I just didn't turn it on. So I did that, and then without even masking it off, I didn't mask it off or anything, I just did some distress ink background and two blues, two greens, splattered it with some water. I colored the images in Copic colors, just some greens and a little bit of red, because that's going to fit the rest of the card, and then splattered it with water and went to bed. So today we're going to go ahead and put it together. So if you guys would like, leave me a comment below. I can do a whole video on mirror imaging so that we can learn how to do that together if you would like. But for video's sake, we'll just go ahead and put this together now. So I've cut out all of my pieces of what I'm going to be using. We're going to be using a 4.5 by 4.5 inch card, square. And this is actually going to be, it's going to have hearts and stuff on it. It's going to look kind of Valentine-ish, but it's actually going to be an anniversary card for Pikachu's mommy and daddy. He is all about the dinosaurs, so I've drawn little eyelashes on this one. She's a little girl, and he's the little boy, and we're going to build it from there. So I've got my card base, which is 4.5 by 4.5 square. I've cut out a piece of cardstock, which is exactly 1/8 of an inch short, shy, so I got a little bit of white showing. I've cut out a frame. This is from the My Favorite Things frames. This is also this is for My Favorite Things. It's a fence, and I've cut out a couple of pieces of grass, one of which I ombrayed a little bit and one that I threw some water on, and we'll see which one we end up using. I've also cut out a little tree and some tiny little hearts. All right. Now let's get started. I know this would be kind of a long video, that's why I didn't go ahead and redo this image. Alright, so all I'm going to do is just start gluing pieces down. Also, what I've done is I've added a little piece of fun foam to the back to give it some dimension, and that's all I've done ahead of time. So this is a piece of craft cardstock that I've just used some brown distress ink on. Again, added a little bit of water last night before I went to bed just to give it a little bit of distressing. And I'm just going to add a little bit of glue, tiny bit, just to the back, and I'm going to kind of hit it with my fingers to make sure it's not too gunky. And look for some place to wipe my fingers. It is not my shirt. Okay, got it. And then I'm not worried so much about where this is going to go. I want to make sure that this is sitting above my dinosaur's head. Zzz. Like that, because we're going to be adding some hearts all around that tree. Okay, and then from there we're going to decide, let's go ahead and put this piece on. This is a piece of My Favorite Things checked, I think it's in their gingham. Let's see, do I have it up here? I'll have it listed below, guys. I know Jamie normally has it in her shop as well, although I have not checked for any of these supplies as we speak. This is just like a bonus because I'm doing quite a few cards coming up here. So, all right, I'm just going to put this on here. That glue gives me a couple of seconds to kind of move it around where I need it to be if it's not exactly where I want it. But keep in mind, this is a handmade card, and you know, we don't want it to be, we want it to look nice, but it doesn't have to be perfect. That's what I'm trying to say. Of course we want it to look nice, but it doesn't have to be perfect. All right, so that's going to be the base of our card. I will be decorating the inside. I probably won't do that on camera. I'll be using a piece of this paper. I've already got it cut actually, and then I'll be putting a white piece on top of it as well, and that'll be the inside of the card. All right, so I'm going to add some glue right to the back of my fun foam. We're just going to build this card from the bottom up, I guess, huh? Now you could use tape runner, you could use double-sided tape, you can use whatever you want to use to adhere this to the back of your card base. And again, I'm just going to kind of line this up a little bit, and then I'm going to press it down. And now we have a little bit of dimension. Now I chose to do a little bit of a blue, a lighter blue background, again because this is going to be from Pikachu, and because I really just like that little bit of change, and it kind of tied in my white a little bit. All right, so now we've got that. I'm going to be putting a fence on this project. I don't know why I decided on a fence, but we're going to have a fence. So I'm going to go ahead and attach my grass to the frame, to the back of the frame, I think. Do I want to have the fence to the frame? Let's decide. Let's make that decision. Let's go ahead and make that decision now. Do I want the lighter green? And then the fence? I know I want my fence a little higher. And then where do I want my fence? That's the question. These are the questions. I took a picture of the layout last night that I wanted. That I thought I wanted, and of course it's on the phone. No, I want the grass in front, definitely. All right, so I'm thinking I want my fence right about there. That's what I'm thinking. And then I want my grass already on my frame. So now the question is, do I want the lighter grass, or do I want the darker grass? That's the question. And I think I might want the darker grass. And like I said, I just cut out a little bit. All right, so all I'm going to do is I'm just going to glue down on the back of here that little piece of green grass. That's just going to help me make up my mind. That's all it's going to do. Because once the grass is on there, then I can move forward with the card, and not, for me, that's my way of not stressing so much about where the grass is going to be, if that's where I really wanted it. Do I want to move it here? Do I want to move it there? That's just going to help me a little bit in making this decision a little bit faster. And by gluing it to the frame, that's just one less thing that I need to do to the front, you know, add to the texture of the front of the card. So now we're going to be putting the grass there. It's going to sit above our little fence. I'm already liking that. Now, do we want grass in the back? That's the question, right? Okay, so that's going to go exactly right there. We'll be trimming off the fence. And let's see if we want a little bit of grass behind our fence or not. Now originally this has wonky stitches because I was just going to leave this wonkied. I did the wonky stitches on there, so I cut this out as well. But I absolutely believe that there is no reason for us to throw something away just because we've changed our mind. Let's make it work, right? Let's make it work in a way that we can use it is what I think. Now, I don't know if I'm going to like that or not. So let's just kind of put this on top and see. I certainly don't hate it. Okay, let's see. It adds a little bit of dimension. That's true. It does. But does it add anything really that I need? That's the question. And how up do I want this fence? Or do I just need the grass to be here? What do you think about that? Is that what we need to do? That's what we need to do. All right, so let's go ahead and do that. I'm going to add a little strip of glue right to the back. And I'm going to add that little bit of the lighter grass right to this. And again, if those little lines are showing, that's not really going to matter because it's a hillside. It's going to look cute. Okay, I like that. All right, so now we just have to commit to where we're going to put our dinosaurs. This would have been a lot easier, guys, if I had just done it in advance, wouldn't it? I mean, where we know where our dinosaurs are, where we're going to put our fence. And do we even really need the fence? What do you guys think? Now I'm questioning the fence. I think we're going to leave the fence out. I was all gung-ho about having this fence on there. And now I don't want them fenced in. Okay, we're not even going to use the fence. All right, so let's go ahead and get this glued down. And then we'll get our hearts on there, and this card will be done. Super cuteness. Now, I don't think that there's enough layers for me to worry about having to put any glue behind this, but any tape runner, I mean. But if I do, I will. Okay, let's see. Super cute. All right, super cute. Okay, and then all we're going to do is we're going to be putting all of our, not all, probably not all, right? Some of our little hearts right up here in this tree. All right, so let me just start where I think they're going to go because it'll speed us up. I think I think for sure we're going to put one here, here. All right, so let's just start with that. And the question is, how symmetrical are we going to be here? That's my question. And remember, most of the glues that we use, whether you're using the Ranger Multi-Medium or this art glitter glue, most of our glues are clear. So you're not going to have to worry so much about them showing. Whoa, whoa, whoa. And then I'm going to come back and press this down as soon as I get them all on the glue. We have a couple of extras. Okay, super cute, right? I cannot find my bone folder. If you guys could see my desk, outside of what you're looking at, if you could just see my desk. All right, we're going to use my fingers. Just press it down a little bit. It's going to stay because it is glued. And then this one's not exactly where I want it, so we're just going to slide him over. I want to make sure he's actually glued, though. He moved a little. He's glued. All right. All right, so I like that. I'm going to come in with this little, since I can't find my bone folder, with this little pen that goes in the top of my glue and just kind of clean up some of the bigger spots right there. And I'm going to see if I can move him over a little bit. Perfect. All right, what do you think, guys? That's super cute, right? Now, I'm going to put Rawr means I love you in dinosaur on the inside of the card. So on the inside of the card, I'm going to be putting this little blue paper, another white smaller square, and I'm going to be putting that Rawr means I love you in dinosaur right in the middle. And this is going to be the little card that Pikachu and the princess are going to give mommy and daddy for their anniversary. Isn't that stinking adorable? Let me zoom you in. What do you think? Super cute, right? It's adorbs. All right. So if you are interested in this little stamp set, I'll leave the link below. Like I said, I did get it from Jamie's Not Too Shabby shop. If I can find any of the other things I used today, I'll be sure and link them below as well. Don't forget, you can always email Jamie and see when things are coming back in shop. I hope you guys are having a fantastic day. And don't forget www.not2shabby.com, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye!